Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick review on the DJI Spark. It's my first drone. It's what I use in my vlogs if you've seen any of them. I've had it for a couple months now and I think I'm ready to talk about the features and how usable it actually is to get around and use it. So let's get to it. So like I was saying, it's my first drone and I've always heard that they're kind of hard to fly. It was definitely a lot harder than I thought. Picking up the device and just flying around is it's not too hard, right? But actually controlling it to get that footage you want, you know, that quality footage is a little difficult. But you do get used to it over time. And that's even using the controller with the 2 joysticks. The drone is very compact, it's very small. Like when you close in the blades here, like it's the size of like your palm pretty much, right? It's very tiny. You can get into like tight places and everything, so it's pretty convenient. But the drawback is that it's very light and it does get knocked around by the wind a lot. So when you get really high up, it does tell you high wind velocity, and it does have trouble keeping the footage stable. Another good thing about it being this size is that people don't get scared from it as much. People have like the thing around drones, right? They're a little worried about them still, but when people see this, they think it's just a toy, but really I'm like impressed by the amount of technology that's packed inside this little device, and we'll be getting to all the features it can do in a second here. So one of the biggest concerns that people have with drones is the startup time. It does take a couple minutes to start up. You first gotta turn on the controller here, and then you gotta turn on the device itself, the Spark. And then once this light turns green here, it means these two have paired, but then you gotta pair your phone still to the controller. You can do it over Wi-Fi, but I highly recommend getting this OTG cable here. It allows you to plug in your controller right to your phone through cable. So this not only helps speed up your startup time, it also helps with the footage. Like, so what you see on your phone, it's faster to update. Without using the OTG cable, you often get like interference from other Wi-Fi devices in the area and Bluetooth. So the quality build of the device is insanely phenomenal, right? I've had so many crashes and you know, and bumps, and it's still going good. Like the only thing that I've had is this one of these little blinker lights things fall off, and I contacted DJI and they sent me another one. Like I've had it fall from the sky, hitting a roof, bouncing onto like a bobcat and onto the cement, and no damage on it, right? Just a little dusty. No dusty. They got dusty. I've only had one blade break on me so far, and it comes with extra blades, right? And like I was reading online that the blades break a lot just like from hitting trees and stuff. But yeah, I've gone into trees. I've like I said, I've fallen onto roofs.
I attest. He smashed it into trees.
About battery time, so each battery lasts about 12 minutes. So if you get just a basic kit with just the drone, you get 1 battery. But if you upgrade to the Fly More package with the controller and the charging station, you get 2 batteries. And I even think 2 batteries is not enough. I highly recommend getting at least 4. And with 4 batteries in the charging station, you can like theoretically just keep flying forever, but until your remote controller dies at least. Alright, let's talk about the app and the software. So the Spark's Quickshot feature is actually pretty useful. And it's got a couple of options. You got Rocket, which will just fly right above the subject. You got Droney, which will fly backwards. You got Circle, so it'll just circle around the subject. And you got Helix, which will like start in close and like kind of helix out around the subject. These are very useful, and actually like they make like really cool shots, and the app itself will take that like it's like 40 or 50-second footage and turn it into like a 10-second cool effect. Active track is also very smart, and it's pretty powerful. But I will admit, like I don't know, I might have been pushing the limits here, but it couldn't keep up with following a car. It ended up hitting a tree. But other than that, if I'm just biking around or walking around, it does a phenomenal job at tracking. However, if it is flying and it gets in front of a tree or something, it just stops, which is a little annoying. You gotta like walk back and get the device again, or just like lower it and then start the active track again. I don't know if maybe I'll come out in a future update, but it is kind of a hard feature to implement, because then it's gotta like fly up and down and maneuver around to figure out where it can go. I also saw the feature where it's like a palm launch, right? And that's also pretty cool, because if you're like out in a field and you can't launch it on the ground, there's no cement, you can launch it right from your palm, which is awesome, and people are always impressed by it, you know. And related to the palm launch is gesture controls, because those 2 features are are limited to the Spark. They are pretty cool when they work. I have a very hard time getting it to work, like the wave, you know, to get it moving backwards, and the square to get it to take a picture. Maybe I don't use it often, that's why I don't have as much training with it, but like I said, they are cool when they do work and you want to like show it off to people. Sport mode is also very impressive. Like when I first got the drone and I was just flying it around, it was already pretty fast. When I put that thing in sport mode, I was like, it goes, like it's got power. Like for such a little device, you'd be impressed by how fast it can actually go. The return to home feature also works on its own. Like if the battery drops below 30%, it will send you a little notification saying the device is going to start returning home, and you can cancel if you'd like. But that's also a very good feature, because sometimes I'll be like doing like the active track or something and I'm not looking at my screen, and it will just return to home by itself. That way it doesn't just fall out of the sky. So there you guys have it. That's my overall review about the DJI Spark. I believe it's a phenomenal first device, or for your first drone, or even if you're a drone veteran and you're looking for a new addition to your collection. It's definitely the perfect on-the-go device. You know, it shoots 1080p, but it's still very beautiful footage, especially if at that price point you cannot go wrong with the DJI Spark. It would be nice to have like a Phantom 4 for backup for when you need that 4K footage, and you don't have to be so discreet with flying such a big drone, right? But other than that, I definitely recommend the DJI Spark. Thanks guys, hope you enjoyed it.